Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
You know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, sophomores,
High school, like a champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good morning, everyone, as we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, day number 2 of the 35th Prairie Farms Collinsville Holiday Basketball Classic, and we're glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Should be a fun day. I'm Todd Duke, alongside Zach Roseman, operating the camera and the scoreboard once again today. We have a full day of some quarterfinal and semifinal action on the winner's side of the bracket. Here on the main floor, they'll be taking care of the consolation side of the bracket in the auxiliary gym, but we have our setups up here, and we will give you updates from all the games in the auxiliary gym as well as we get going throughout the day here. We welcome you into the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple here in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. They offer weekly specials every week of the year. Plus, they have more than just flowers. You can get house plants as well as grave blankets and wreaths and any other flowery, planty type thing you can think of at Cullip Jennings Florist. Give them a call, 344-0404, or online at cullipjennings.com. Our day begins this morning with quarterfinal number 1 as Southeast Springfield takes on the Edawardsville Tigers. That is our first quarterfinal matchup of the day. Southeast downed Oakville yesterday, 97-47 in the first matchup of this 35th edition of the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. Game number 2 saw Edawardsville and Quincy in a tight battle, one of the tightest battles that we saw in day number 1, 59-56. Edawardsville came out on top. So Springfield Southeast versus Edawardsville. Then we will have Rockford East taking on East St. Louis at 10:30. The 12 o'clock game has Decatur MacArthur taking on the Collinsville Kahoks, the host team. And then the 1:30 quarterfinal has Lincoln taking on Granite City. We'll do all 4 of those games in a row, and then we will have a little bit of a dinner break before we resume our action at 5 o'clock tonight. So, first things first, Springfield Southeast, they come into this contest with an overall record of 9-1 now, and they will take on the Edawardsville Tigers, who come in with a record now of 3-6. These two teams very well represented here at this tournament. Springfield Southeast, of course, last year's defending champions. Edawardsville has won a couple of championships here in this tournament as well. And as we move along, we will discuss a little bit of history with some of these teams here. We'll begin with the Springfield Southeast team, coached by Lawrence Thomas. They've been playing boys basketball at Springfield Southeast since the 1931-1932 season as Springfield PFHC. I think I got that right. I'm not really sure. They finished 7-9-1 in that first year under Carroll Hall. That was the only year for Hall. The 32-33 season saw Leo Duke take over, and no relation. Stayed there for 12 years with 132 wins to 127 losses, won a couple of regional championships and 1 sectional championships. Couple of different coaches during World War II. No hardware during that time. After the war, 1946 to 1957, Leroy Halberg took over. He coached 11 years, 140 wins to 136 losses, and also no hardware along the way. Same thing for Robert Carpenter, who coached from 1957 to 1963 and went 73-86. David Sponsler took over in 1963 to 1969. That's when they changed to Springfield Southeast. They did that in 1967. Sponsler went 75-62 in his 6 years there, and again, no hardware for the Spartans. 1969 to 1982 saw Larry Garrison take over for 13 straight years. Had 217 wins to 118 losses, 3 regional championships. 1971, they broke a drought of 31 years with that regional championship in 1971. 82 to 92, Anthony Johnson took over, went 118 and 133, and got 3 regional championships in that time. And from 1992 to 2008, Rick Montooth coached for 16 years. 250 wins, 177 losses, and a couple of regional championships under his belt. And the current coach, Lawrence Thomas, took over after Montooth. His run ended in 2008. So over 86 years of basketball at Springfield Southeast, or incarnation thereof. 1,239 wins, 956 losses. That is a winning percentage of just about 56%. And, of course, they took second place in Class 3A last year under Lawrence Thomas. That is their only trip to state and their only hardware in their only trip to state. So if you're going to go once and bring back something. Second place is better than third and fourth. That's what I always say. For the Edawardsville Tigers, they have been playing boys basketball at Edawardsville High School since the 1930-31 season. Darrell Badgett coached the first couple of teams there for 3 years, went 23-38, and did not bring home any hardware. 1933 to 37, Stephen Cole went 59-44 over his 4 years, captured the school's first regional championship, and that was in the 1936 season. 37 to 43, Glenn Smith took over and coached for 6 years. Went 76-58, got a regional championship in 1941. Dale Smith then went 25-6 during the 43-44 season. From 1944 to 1960, 16 years, Joe Luco was the head coach of the Edawardsville Tigers. 321 wins, 137 losses, good for a winning percentage of 70%. 3 sectionals, 1 super sectional, 4 regionals, and they went to state twice, took 4th in 1954 and took 2nd in 1956. From 60 to 63, Ron Harris coached for 3 years. 30 and 40, he went with no hardware. Luco then came back in the 63-64 season and the 64-65 season and went 24 and 5, so the return was not as good as the first go-around from 44 to 60. 65 to 70, Robert Greger coached for 5 years. Won a couple of regional championships in 68 and 69. Otherwise, went 75 and 52 over his 5 years. Mel Rustio coached the next 7 years from 1970 to 1977. He had 106 wins to 82 losses and captured the regional championship in 1976. From 77 to 87 over a 10-year period, Eugene Valino went 151 to 122 and got a regional championship in his very first year and went no farther than that. And last year, Mike Waldo ended his 28 years of coaching at Edawardsville, 617 wins to 190 losses. In that time, Waldo and his teams captured 21 regional championships, 7 sectional championships, 5 super sectional championships, which of course meant 5 trips to state. They finished 4th in 2014, 3rd in 2013, and 3 other times they did not make it out of the final 8. So over 85 years of basketball at Edawardsville, 1,568 wins and 801 losses for a winning percentage of well over 50% at about 66%. A little history on both of those teams. We will take a break here on the Cullip Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, we'll issue the starting lineups for this first game between Springfield Southeast and Edawardsville. That'll come your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com. And we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke is here. That's me, along with Zach Roseman on the camera and the scoreboard here in just a little bit. Here are your starting lineups for the Springfield Southeast Spartans. They will begin with Terry on Murdochs, the 6'3" senior. Damon Davis, the 6' senior. Anthony Fairley, the 6'4" senior. Devin Blue Robinson, the 6'5" senior. And Steven Sims, who did not play yesterday, the 6' senior. Stephion Sims. I'm going to have to say I took into that. Stephion Sims. We'll just call him Sims from here on out. How about that? Edawardsville, Malik Robinson. He gets the start tonight, along with Nick Hemken, Jalen Tuggle, Brennan Weller, and A.J. Robertson. It is the same starting five that the Edawardsville Tigers threw out there last night. Robinson, a 6' senior. Hemken is a 6'1" junior. Jalen Tuggle, a 6'1" senior. Brendan Weller, a 6'3" sophomore, and A.J. Robertson, a 6'1" senior. Teams have been introduced here to the crowd. Not a bad crowd for the first game of the day. Again, fantastic breakfast provided by Cafe Agape, one of our sponsors here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Had some scrambled eggs and got some pancakes, sausage, bacon. All good. Springfield Southeast is underway, and they take a three-point shot right off the bat. 3 points in the books for Damon Davis. Davis scored 14 points in yesterday's game and went 1 for 7 from the three-point line. And at the other end, Edawardsville answers with 2 points of their own. So 3-2, we start right off the bat. Yesterday we had some starts that were whistle-filled, foul-filled, out of bounds on one of the games in the opening tip-off. But not the case here in this early morning start, as Edawardsville, dressed in their all-orange uniforms, take control offensively down at the other end of the court. It is Nick Hemken. Hemken gives the ball up now to Robertson. Robertson backs up to the top of the key and tries to feed a flying Malik Robinson, but that was picked off, and then Springfield Southeast throws the ball away themselves on the other end of the floor. So back-to-back turnovers by both of these teams. That keeps the score right at 5-2, as we have played 56 seconds of this first quarter here between Springfield Southeast and Edawardsville. Inbound pass comes in for Edawardsville, and the Tigers bring the ball up court. Here is Malik Robinson. Robinson. Hey, camera guy. These kids on their phones. Another steal by Southeast. Here comes Damon Davis, and off the glass, can't get it to go. Tip in, won't work either. And the rebound belongs to the Spartans. Back in the corner. Another three-point shot taken, that one by Sims. And a whistle right afterwards, as we're going to have our first foul of the game, and that's going to belong to Nick Hemken. First foul of the game belongs to the Tigers and Nick Hemken. Inbound pass comes underneath the basket. Murdochs is looking, and that's knocked out of bounds by Jalen Tuggle. Yesterday as a team, Springfield took 32 three-point shots. They hit 13 of them. Edawardsville took 17 three-point shots and hit 5. It's a lot of three-point shots for the Spartans. In front of the Edawardsville bench, and then back to the top of the key. Another three-point shot coming. That one misses the mark from Damon Davis. Hits the first one, and he only hit one all day yesterday. And a whistle on the play. Foul coming up. This one is going to go against the Spartans, and I believe Devin Blue Robinson. Nope, they're going to call that one against Sims. So each team now with one. Inbound pass comes into Robinson, over to Robertson, and into the lane. A loose ball picked up by Murdochs. Southeast comes the other way, flying up the left wing. Murdochs off the glass, can't get it to go again. Tip back, can't fall in for Davis as well. He gets another rebound, puts it back up, still won't go in, but Davis will head to the free throw line, or excuse me, that is Robinson. Tuggle, excuse me, will pick up his first foul, team's second. At the free throw line, Devin Blue Robinson yesterday did not go to the charity stripe in that contest against Oakville. Missed on the first one. Second one for Devin Blue Robinson on the way. Also no good. Rebound belongs to Edawardsville. They bring the ball up court as Tuggle gets it to Malik Robinson. Here is Robertson. He drives the baseline and has that ball knocked out of his hands, but more contact was made with his arm than anything, so another foul coming up for Springfield Southeast. That'll be against Devin Blue Robinson. That'll be his first. And now each team has two. Ball comes all the way out toward the top of the key and picked up by Southeast. They make another turnover. Here is Murdoch at the free throw line. Kicks it into the corner for Sims. Sims takes a shot, rolls right in. Sims is on the board for the first time in this tournament. 7-2 in favor of Springfield Southeast. Here is Malik Robinson over to Robertson. Top of the key now for Hemken. Hemken at the free throw line. Turns, spins, takes the shot, has it knocked out of his hands, and Murdoch is going to end up getting a foul in this one. That'll be his first, team third. And at the free throw line, it will be Nick Hemken. Hemken went 3 of 4 from the free throw line in their win over Quincy yesterday. First one's good. 7-3. Edawardsville making some player changes. Bringing in Carson Phillips, as well as Ethan Young and Jackson Weller. Hemken at the free throw line. Hits both of his free throws. And that makes it 7-4. 3-point lead for Springfield Southeast. The Spartans will inbound. They'll bring it up. Here comes Sims. Brings the ball up across midcourt with 5.5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Sims directing traffic at the top of the key. Bounces the ball into Fairley. Fairley scored 8 points yesterday. Now back to Davis. He'll launch one from inside the arc, and that one misses. Davis, or Robinson with the rebound effort, and a whistle. Another foul coming up. This one is going to be against Edawardsville and against Matt Stopka. So Murdoch will inbound from underneath of his own basket again. Does so to Sims. Sims in the corner in front of the Edawardsville bench. Dribbles his way around toward the top of the key. A bounce pass back to Murdoch on the left wing. Murdoch surveys things, takes a three-point shot, rattles but won't fall. And the ball is still being tipped, and Blue Robinson puts it up, but not in, and we're going to have another free throw participant. This time it'll be Devin Blue Robinson. Again. Started off with a little bit of a fast pace, and since then things have kind of slowed down a bit. Devin Blue Robinson just missed both of his free throws. Now he's 0 for 3. Trying to shake that off. The young man from Springfield. I don't know about you, but it seems like it's just taken forever to get to the 2 free throws. Next shot on the way, and this time Blue Robinson hits the mark, and a football pass all the way down and picked off by Terrion Murdoch. Murdoch brings it back up, and he loses control of the ball after he is bumped off of it. And another foul coming up against Edawardsville. This one's going to go against Ethan Young. That'll be his first, and Coach Battis wants to make a whole-scale player change here. 5 players in, 5 players out. Excuse me, Tuggle back in, as is Robinson and Robertson. Brennan Weller back out there with Hemken. Here's Sims, 3-point shot from the corner, that's good. And the Spartans go up 11-4. 4:46 left to play here in this first quarter. There is Malik Robinson to Hemken, back to Robinson, still in the backcourt. Robinson right in front of the scorer's table, and a timeout going to be called by Edawardsville. Let's thank the folks putting on this big show here. That'd be Prairie Farms, the 35th annual Collinsville Holiday Classic, brought to you by farmer-owned and locally produced Prairie Farms. Prairie Farms, the official sponsor of the Collinsville Holiday Classic, is supplying all athletes here with chocolate milk after each game. Get on the road to recovery with delicious Prairie Farms chocolate milk. For more information on anything Prairie Farms has to offer, you can visit their website, prairiefarms.com. 11-4 in game number 1 of the day, quarterfinal action. Winner of this game will move on to semifinal action. That'll be the 6:30 game tonight. The loser will drop down into the 5 o'clock game. And we'll take on the loser of the next game between Rockford East and East St. Louis. That will set up matchups for the 5th and the 7th place game with the losers of these 4 first games that we have here today. Rebound belongs to Southeast. They bring the ball up, and from the wing, a big 3-point shot there by Matthews. Edawardsville brings the ball up. Hemken bowls over Fairley, and Fairley gets called for a blocking foul. Dion Matthews into the game for Southeast. And here comes Tuggle down the baseline. Throws it over to Hemken. Hemken back over to Robinson in front of the scorer's table, right toward the end of the Springfield Southeast bench, and a push from behind on Brennan Waller by James Dent. And Dent gets called for a foul. And right after that, Brennan Waller was holding the back of his, small of his back, as if he was kind of hurt. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. Murdochs brings it all the way up to Sims. Sims, an underhand layup, is good for 2 more. 16-4 in favor of Springfield Southeast. 3:37 left to play here in this first quarter. Here is Tuggle. Tuggle has the ball. Well, I was going to say he had the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds, but apparently he's the one who lost control of it. And Edawardsville has been bitten by the turnover bug here today. .332 left to play here in this first quarter. Jaleel Roundtree into the game for Edawardsville. Here's Murdochs to Fairley at the free throw line. Backs it up, and a 3-point shot coming, and drained there by James Dent. Whistle on the play. James Dent makes the basket, makes the foul. His second personal foul. We're still only 3 minutes away from this first quarter being over. Spartans already have 6 fouls, and the Tigers have 5. We're going to have a long first half because there's going to be a lot of free throw participants coming up here in the rest of this quarter and all of the next quarter. There's another turnover by Edawardsville up to Sims, and Sims too hard off the glass this time and unable to follow it up was his teammate, who now lays on the ground holding that right knee, and that is not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. That is Fairley. Anthony Fairley is holding on to his right knee underneath of his basket, and I don't think he's going to be playing any more basketball here over these next couple of days. I hope I'm wrong, but that appears to be the case. Injury timeout. We will take a break, come back in just a moment, and update you on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. And we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. A kind of hush has fallen over the crowd here as Anthony Farley is still laying down underneath of his own basket for Springfield Southeast. Sims came in and put up a hard layup that never made it in the basket. It came up off the glass, and Farley went up to try to grab it to send it back in to the hoop, and he lost his balance and came down awkward, and he is holding that right knee, and Amanda Bauer, is the athletic trainer here at Collinsville High School, is still tending to Fairley down underneath the basket here on this other end. And, you know, we're not going to show you that stuff. So we hope the best for the young man, and that's going to put a real big dent in the Springfield Southeast's bid to repeat as champions. But that's secondary to the fact that Anthony Fairley is still on the ground dealing with a right knee problem. Over in the auxiliary gym, Quincy and Oakville are playing in the day's first consolation quarterfinal, and right now Quincy has a 20-10 lead over in the auxiliary gym. We will step aside for a couple more moments until they can figure out what's going on here with Mr. Fairley. So we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, as you saw on the screen, not good news for Anthony Fairley, as they brought in a stretcher to take him out. And we wish him all the best. 6'4" senior, very good basketball player. Probably on his way to do some good things on the basketball court there in the college landscape, and we hope that that can still continue, but not looking good as of right now. He injured his right knee, and we could tell from up here that his kneecap was not in the place that it was supposed to be in. So we hope that it's just something that's not going to keep him out of the basketball world for a super long time, but we have a feeling that this is the last we're going to see of Mr. Fairley here in this tournament. Teammates have all been gathering around him the whole time. They've been laughing and joking down there, so at least they got him in good spirits. As they get ready to take him to Anderson Hospital down here in Maryville, down the road, to get looked at. Crowd gives him a hand as he is being taken away. And we will get back to basketball here in just a moment. We wish Anthony Fairley all the best. Fairley didn't have any points here in this game. And yesterday he knocked in 8. Had a three-pointer on one attempt and a free throw on one attempt. So everybody has to regather themselves here. Edawardsville down there doing some stretches, trying to get back into game mode. We have 2:49 left to play here in this first quarter. Yes, we are still in the first quarter. This game was already moving at a snail's pace. Didn't start off that way. We started off going back and forth, scoring some buckets, but after about the first minute and a half, 2 minutes went away, everything kind of slogged down. We had lots of whistles, lots of turnovers. And we have 11 fouls in the first 5 minutes of this game. So if that's any indication on what's to come, we are in for a long game here. And that was stretched out a little bit more by the Fairley injury. And again, we wish him all the luck in the world, and we hope to see him down the line, maybe on a TV screen near you playing for a college, because he's not going to be back here next year. He's a senior, so he'll graduate. And the Spartans will be back next year with a few new faces. Teams take some warm-ups. And then we'll get back to action. So we'll step aside here for just a minute while these guys continue to limber up a little bit. And we'll have some more basketball action for you next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff, like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville, online, weshipstlouis.com, or call 346-48 8-4.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. We are about to resume action after the Anthony Fairley injury. Both teams have warmed up a bit, limbered back up, if you will. 2:49 left to play here in this first quarter, 19-6 in favor of Springfield Southeast. And they'll have to play the rest of this game and the rest of this tournament without their senior leader, Anthony Fairley, who has had some Division I offers. And again, we wish him the best. Here comes Murdochs as we resume play here. Murdochs back out to the top of the key. As the Spartans bring in, and right off the bat, the big guy pays dividends. As I have to scramble and try to find his name here. That's Herb McMath. Big 41, 6'4" senior. And Edawardsville with Malik Robinson down at the top of the key, drives into the paint and finds a little wiggle room and gets past the big senior as well as Murdochs and puts one in, 21-8. That was a nice save there by Dion Matthews. Here is Murdochs at the free throw line, and he'll bluff a throw and a no-look pass to Sims, and Sims off the glass for two more, 23-8. Springfield Southeast with the lead, and now we're going to have a foul called against Malik Robinson, and he tripped up Sims. Sims not too happy about that and ready to go after Robinson, but the referee wisely stepped in front of Sims, and a technical foul is going to be given to Malik Robinson. Well, they're going to call it on Sims. Say what? They're going to call it on the Springfield Southeast guy, huh? I think that, I thought it was the other way around, but they're going to dish out the penalty to Sims. Malik Robinson will head to the free throw line instead of the other way around. Might have been a verbal exchange or something like that. We'll have to figure that out at any rate. Antron Beverly is going to come in. I think that's Beverly, isn't it? Yes. No, Beverly. I guess I had it wrong all day yesterday. First one is in for Malik Robinson. Next one for Robinson is good as well. So with his 5 for 7 yesterday, he is now 7 of 9 from the free throw line here in this tournament. And the Tigers into double digits now, 23-10, 144 left to play here in this first quarter. Yes, 9:35 in the morning, and it's taken us over a half hour to get one quarter in the books. He was already heading that way anyway before the Fairley injury. Here is Hemken at the top of the key. He'll send it onto the wing to Robertson. Robertson at the free throw line will hand the ball off to Tuggle. Tuggle, he'll take place over on the left wing and work his way slowly to the top of the key where he'll hand it off to Robinson. Malik Robinson at midcourt brings it up through the left side, and then as he was going up for a shot, lost control of the basketball, out of bounds, another Edawardsville turnover. Here come the Spartans. Over on the far side, that is Beverly to Murdochs. Now Murdochs tells Beverly to switch from one corner to the other. Murdochs drives, baseline, no shot, says the referee. And we're going to have a foul coming up against Springfield Southeast. Herb McMath picks up his first personal foul. He comes out of the game. Devin Blue Robinson checks back in. Inbound pass coming for Edawardsville from Tuggle. Gets it into Hemken. Hemken back to Tuggle on the run up the left side. And a between the legs dribble ended up going awry as Damon Davis ends up with the ball. Now Beverly. And a three-point shot on the way and through for Dion Matthews. 26-10, final 40 seconds here in this first quarter. Here is Tuggle. Tuggle to Malika Robinson. Robinson double teamed at the top of the key and can't get out of it. Throws the ball away and again off the glass. Count it for two for Damon Davis. 28-10. Edawardsville can't stop turning the ball over. There they go again. And here is Murdoch and off the glass for two more. Final 10 seconds left to play here in this very long first quarter. Almost another turnover. Here's Robinson with an outlet pass to Hemken. He drives off the glass, and he gets called for a charging foul. 2.2 seconds left. Springfield Southeast try to get the ball down court for a heave-ho shot at the buzzer. Roundtree checks back into the game for Edawardsville. Here is Murdoch. He'll race it up the side and put up some kind of a far shot from three-quarter distance. That did not make it anywhere close to the basket. And finally, the long first quarter is over. Took about 37 minutes to play one quarter. After one quarter of play, Spartans up by a score of 30-10. Quarter number two comes your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. One quarter in the books. It's a 20-point lead for Springfield Southeast over the Edawardsville Tigers here in the day's first quarterfinal matchup. On the winner's side of the bracket, on the consolation side of the bracket, Oakville and Quincy in the auxiliary gym. I believe they're at halftime. Quincy still leading, not sure of the score. We'll get our information brought up to us here in a moment. And Edawardsville gets the ball to start quarter number two. And immediately that ball gets knocked out of bounds. I don't know. I thought for a minute the other referee was going to come in and overturn that, but Edawardsville starts the second quarter off the way they played most of the first quarter, turning the ball over. Here is Murdoch. Murdoch brings it up to the top of the key. Tries to find his way in, has the ball pop loose, but he gets it right back. Throws it up into the corner here for Davis, and a three-point shot that's good. Edawardsville trying not to turn the ball over. Here is Hemken. Gets through a couple of defenders, stops at the top of the key, and looks for some help. Finds it in the form of Roundtree. Roundtree back at the midcourt stripe. Takes it up toward the top of the key. Wrestles it in the paint. Puts it into the corner. Here's a three-point shot that's a little bit short off of the hands of Brennan Waller. Now Waller follows his own shot, gets the rebound, but it circles all the way around the rim, and the rebound belongs to Southeast. There's Murdoch. Murdoch drives baseline. Oh, reverse layup. Backwards, two-hander. 35-10 in favor of the Spartans. Here come the Edawardsville Tigers trying to find a way to get some points. Trapped in the backcourt, almost another throwaway. They get the ball to Robertson and then to Hemken. Hemken backs it up to Robertson. Robertson from the left wing spins at the free throw line and almost had that ball ripped right out of his hands by Beverly. And a jump ball called, and what do you know? Edawardsville turns the ball over anyway. 6:38 left to play here in this first half. 35-10. Springfield Southeast with a 25-point lead. Here is Terrion Murdix. Murdix, the catalyst of this Spartans team. Gives the ball up to Davis. Davis back to Murdix. Murdix here in the left-hand corner. Dribbles his way into the perimeter, steps back out. Eyes the three, spins in the paint, has the ball ripped out of his hands, but he was the last one to touch it. A turnover for the Spartans. A couple of the Kahawk varsity players are here watching this game. That was a nice job there by Roundtree to save that ball, but again, it turns into an Edawardsville turnover. And here on the far side, driving baseline, now a dish off to Murdix underneath, and Blue Robinson puts it in for two, and he will head to the free throw line for a bonus shot. Devin Blue Robinson is 1 for 4 from the free throw line here today. Missed his first three and now misses this one. So 1 for 5. Rebound was fought for. Edawardsville had their hand on it for a single second. And now at the top of the key, here is Matthews. Matthews gives it up to Murdix. Murdix from the top of the key, outset free throw line, good, no, and knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Robertson for Edawardsville. And now McMath checks back into the game. Jaden Hayes also into the game, and Hayes with the ball. To Murdix, now into the corner for Davis. Davis dribbles his way out of the corner and leaves it for Murdix. 5.5 minutes to go here in this first half, and a charging foul against Murdix. Murdix will pick up his second, team 9th. Offensive foul means no shooters for Edawardsville on the free throw line. So at least we avoid that delay. Murdix will go to the bench. Sergio Knight will check into the game for the first time. Here's an outlet pass to Roundtree. He has a head of steam on the right side, but forgot to take the ball with him and got it back, and then a foul coming up against Hempkin. So back-to-back offensive fouls by each team's number 4. 8th team foul now for Edawardsville. That gives them 8. And again, an offensive foul means no free throw shooter. So we just avoided probably another 60 seconds of delay time there. Here's Hayes. He loses control of the ball, and Roundtree fires it upfield, and Ethan Young can't turn it into points just yet, and now we're going to have a jump ball called, and the possession arrow in favor of Edawardsville, so play will stay down at that end. Devin Blue Robinson checks back in for the Spartans. Roundtree will inbound for Edawardsville underneath of their own basket. Into the corner it goes for Young. Out front for Roundtree. Roundtree on the right-hand wing, now over onto the left wing for Young. Into the corner for Tuggle. Tuggle in front of the Springfield bench. Gives it up to Roundtree. Roundtree right in the middle from the top of the key. He ends up sliding and traveling, and that is one of those insult to injury type of moves there on a basketball court when your feet get tripped up and you slide across the floor. They call that traveling. Edawardsville has got to be in double digits in turnovers by now, I would think. We'll find out when we get our halftime stats handed to us by the fine folks from Prairie Farms. That's right. They have those responsibilities here. Surprised we haven't got one from the auxiliary gym. Here's another turnover for the Spartans, and now the Spartans get it right back, and bringing it in, Jaden Hayes, and now the ball ends up out of bounds. Deion Matthews checks back in for Southeast. Jackson Weller comes back in for Edawardsville. 4:20 left to go here in this first half. Inbound pass right off the backside of one of the Edwardsville players. Nice heads-up play there. And here is Damon Davis. Davis, spin move just outside the lane, gets rid of the ball. Over on the far side, and now Bevely takes it from the midcourt stripe, fires it up to Blue Robinson. Blue Robinson backs it on up to Knight. Knight at the top of the key. Backwards he goes, and a bounce pass to Dion Matthews. 3:45 left to play here in this first half. 37-10, and now a foul as a Southeast Spartan goes down holding a right ankle. And Brennan Weller is going to get pegged with a personal foul. That's his first. Devin Blue Robinson appears to be okay. That's all Springfield Southeast needed to see was another player going down on the ground holding that right leg. Robinson struggled from the free throw line. He's hit 1 of 5. .344 left to play here in this first half. Very slow-moving game this one is. Next game scheduled to tip off at 10:30. I think that'll be closer to 11. But at the rate we're going here with a 28-point lead, who knows? We could have some running clock later on in this game if things don't change, if Edwardsville stops turning the ball over. Devin Blue Robinson ready for another free throw. This one hits the front of the rim and then rolls up the right side and off. And Edwardsville throws the ball away again. Ethan Young shot a line drive pass right up that far side sideline trying to hit Jackson Weller, but Weller had his back turned the whole time and didn't see that ball until it was behind him. Here's Bevely. He'll work the ball up. Terrion Murdoch's getting a well-deserved rest over on the bench. And up underneath, Devon Blue Robinson off the glass for 2 more. 40-10, 30-point lead. Belongs to the Spartans of Springfield Southeast, the defending champions of this Prairie Farms basketball tournament. Everybody on that side wanted a travel call, but no one got it. There's a turnaround jump shot by Stopka that doesn't fall. And the Spartans bring the ball back up court. Here is Bevely, and he gets called for an offensive foul. That's the 10th foul for the Spartans, and the last couple have been the offensive side, so no shooters at the free throw line. And Edwardsville brings the ball back in. Here is Jackson Weller. Weller moves the ball up, stops right at midcourt. That's always dangerous. That ball knocked out of bounds by Dion Matthews, so Edwardsville will keep, and they will inbound right at midcourt as Roundtree checks back into the game for the Tigers. Inbound pass from Grant Schaefer. It's in. How long will it stay in? Here is Weller. And now a foul going to be called against Blue Robinson, I believe. Yep. That's his second, team 9th. And it's free throw time. Jaleel Roundtree at the free throw line. He did not figure in the scoring in yesterday's game, so this is his first chance to put his name somewhere. First chance falls by the wayside. Second chance coming up as Herb McMath comes back into the game for the Spartans. 2:40 left to play here in this first half. Pretty much been all Springfield Southeast as Roundtree picks up his point. 11 points now for the Tigers through almost 2 quarters of play. Up underneath, McMath gets a football-style pass from Antron Bevely, and he blanked it right off the glass. Here come the Tigers trying to answer into the corner. Robertson, a three-point shot, hits the inside of the rim. Rebound, oh man. Ethan Young just laid his shoulder right in to Beverly. Wow. Each team now with 10 fouls, and we'll have shooters at the free throw line for the final 2:15 of this quarter, whenever the next foul is committed, unless, of course, it's an offensive foul. McMath takes a pass off the glass, can't get it to go, but he will head to the free throw line. I told you we'd have a free throw participant. 2:08 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Oh, no, it's not the fourth quarter. I'm sorry. It's the second quarter. McMath shooting 2. He did not get in the game yesterday, so he obviously did not get on the score sheet, but he's on today's score sheet. McMath. Looks like he could play some offense or defensive line on anyone's football team. He's got that thick build. He makes both of his free throw shots, something that his teammate Devin Blue Robinson cannot do here this afternoon. Here is Roundtree, kicks it out, and a shot just inside the perimeter, rolls across the rim off of the hands of Jack Nafziger, and the rebound belongs to the Spartans. 1:45 left to play here in this first half. Another nice move by Herb McMath. Boy, where was this guy yesterday? So far, he's come in and gotten all kinds of points from the low post. Here's a three-point shot. That one is good. All right, Carson Phillips for Edwardsville. 90 seconds to play here in this first half. Dribble drive down the baseline. Kick back out front now for Davis. Into the right wing, and no good, but there's McMath with the putback. Edwardsville brings the ball up. A shot falls in for Ethan Young. And now we've got some back and forth scoring going on here. Where was all this in the previous, 12 minutes? Knight with 2 points. Under a minute to go. Edwardsville pulls up, takes a shot. That one rattles home for Carson Phillips. Back and forth scoring we have now. 45 seconds to play here in this first half. Here is Antron Beverly. Beverly skirts right along, parallel with the midcourt stripe. McMath comes all the way out to lend some support and then gets the ball. Gives it up now for Davis. Down to 30 seconds. Davis and Springfield Southeast ready to play for the final shot. Here's Dion Matthews. Matthews looks back at his bench. Continues to dribble with that right hand. Down to 10 seconds. Matthews, top of the key. 5 seconds. Over into the corner. Beverly. And now the ball is thrown away, and no time to react there for Dion Matthews. And the first half ends with a 31-point lead by the Springfield Spartans at 50-19. We will take a break and await our halftime stats to be delivered to us. And once that happens, we'll pass those along to you, and we'll do that here real soon on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Here's a look at your first half stats as the Springfield Southeast Spartans have a 50-19 lead over Edawardsville. Leading scorer in this one is Herb McMath right off the bench after Anthony Fairley went out with that injury. Herb McMath off the bench has scored 10 points. He's the only player in double digits. Damon Davis has 8. Stephen Sims has 9. Devin Blue Robinson has 6. Terrian Murdoch's also with 6. Dion Matthews also has 6 points. James Dent with 3, and Sergio Knight with 2 for Springfield. Leading scorer for Edawardsville is Carson Phillips with 6 points, 4 points each for A.J. Robertson and Malik Robinson. 2 points apiece for Ethan Young and Nick Hemken, and then Jaleel Roundtree has 1 point in that first half. Here's a look at your other numbers from the three-point stripe. Edawardsville is 2 of 5, while Springfield Southeast is 6 of 10. Remember, the Spartans took 32 three-point shots in yesterday's win over Oakville. From the free throw line, Edawardsville, not too bad, 5 of 6, while Springfield Southeast is 4 of 9. Most of those misses have come from Devin Blue Robinson. Rebounding, that battle is being won by Springfield Southeast 14-8. And the turnovers, we talked about the turnovers in that first half. Springfield Southeast had 7. And I told you I thought that Edawardsville was well into double digits. I was not lying. 21 turnovers by Edawardsville in that first half. And that is why we have a score like we do. It is a 31-point lead by the Spartans at 50-19, and we are about 3 minutes away from the beginning of quarter number 3. So we'll take a break and come back and bring you the third quarter here in just a little bit on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We are about ready for the second half of action. They're in the fourth quarter in the auxiliary gym in that game between Oakville and Quincy. And at last check, Quincy has a 45-29 lead. And we have been told that they do not have a printer over in the auxiliary gym to give us our papers at halftime, but they will provide us with a final from each game from the auxiliary gym. So we'll be getting that here shortly as we are just now getting underway here in this third quarter between Springfield Southeast and Edawardsville. Right now it's a 31-point lead for the Spartans, and they have the ball to start off this second half. Here is Murdochs with a bounce pass into Sims. Sims off the glass, count it, and he will head to the free throw line as well. And that is going to be a fourth foul against number 4, Nick Hempkin. And to the free throw line It is Stephaon Sims who went, well, he didn't go to the free throw line in that first half. For a brief second, I looked at his three-point stats, and he was 1 for 2 from beyond the three-point stripe. That one's good, 53-19. And Hemken to the bench. And Brennan Weller in place of him. Here comes Malik Robinson, trapped in the backcourt, throws it up into the front court. Now over here is Robertson with a three-point shot. That's too strong. Never hit rim. Hit the far side of the backboard. Murdochs with the rebound up to Sims, who gets it up into the hands of Dion Matthews. Back to Murdochs. He drives, and a reverse layup in the bucket for 2 more points. 55-19 is our score now. Spartans well in control of this one. Here's a football-style pass all the way back up to Robertson. Robertson takes it to the slot and hands the ball off to Robinson. Malik Robinson back to the top of the key. A underhand pass over onto the left wing. Back for Robertson. Now Robinson gets it, drives baseline, takes a shot off the other side. And the rebound belongs to Devin Blue Robinson, who gives to Murdochs, who slices through the defense and tries to put up a shot, but he's fouled. And we'll head back to the free throw line. Terrian Murdochs, his first trip to the free throw line here in this game as well. Murdochs, first one's good. Dave Wilhelm, formerly of the Belleville News-Democrat and now working for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, is here on an off day to take in some of the games, and he will join us as our color commentator for the Collinsville-Decatur-MacArthur game later on tonight, providing that Collinsville moves on in the winner's bracket. Dr. Chris McCluskey will join us later tonight for the Kahoks game. 6:45 left to play here in this third quarter. 57-19, Springfield Southeast with the lead. Here come the Edawardsville Tigers and Malik Robinson. Robinson, an underhand pass into the paint. Ball is loose, picked up by Devin Blue Robinson, and he was one elbow out of bounds. And that'll put the ball back into the hands of the Edawardsville Tigers. Robinson checks out of the game. McMath back in. McMath was the leading scorer off the bench in that first half, 10 points. Only player on the floor in double digits. Inbound pass comes in, and now Robertson has it at the top of the key for the Tigers. He dribbles and he drives just outside the lane. Tries to pass it, but passed it too hard. McMath comes up with it, and an outlet pass down court to Davis. And now Davis at the top of the key, over to Sims. Cross-court pass to Murdochs, inside to McMath. He'll turn that big body around off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound belongs to Tuggle. He'll outlet it to Robertson. Robertson off the glass for 2. Here's Murdochs. Robertson with him the whole step of the way. Over onto the far side, here is Davis with a three-point shot that's good. Damon Davis gets his team up by 39 points. Here are the Tigers. Brennan Weller drives that ball baseline, and then it gets knocked out of bounds. Edawardsville will keep possession. Malik Robinson will inbound. Offset left of the basket. Inbound pass comes in, and right off the bat, Brennan Weller flies through the lane, banks it off the glass for 2. Here is Sims for the Spartans. Comes up over here on the left wing, make that the right wing, and back out toward midcourt. 5.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Sims now over on the right wing. To the top of the key for Davis. That one's knocked away by Robertson. Robertson will pop a three-point shot from the wing, and it's too short. And now a foul will be handed out to Jack Nafziger. Yep, so you're going to give that one to Matt Stopka, his second. So Stopka will check out. Roundtree will check back in. Here comes Sims along with Murdochs. Sims leaves the ball in the backcourt for Murdochs, and Terrion Murdochs brings it up top of the key with 5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here's Sims. Sims on the right wing, hands the ball back up to Murdochs. Free throw line into the corner now for Davis. He'll launch a three-point shot. That one hits the inside of the rim. There with the rebound and no putback. Now Davis ends up with it after the initial rebound by James Dent. And now Dent has it over on the left wing. Bounces it in the lane for Sims. Sims tries to throw it to Murdochs. Blocked out by Edawardsville. No shot there, says the referee, as Murdochs got the loose ball in the lane. And a foul coming up against Edawardsville. That'll be their fourth here in the second half. They never did put who it was on the board or announce it. Into the corner it goes. And back out from Dent to Murdochs. Murdochs over to Sims. Sims drives, gives it up. Dent, three-point shot. That one rattles in. 63-23. Here are the Tigers. Malik Robinson off the glass and gets two of those back. Now we're going to have a timeout called on the floor by Springfield Southeast. Let's thank Prairie Farms. They welcome you to the 35th Annual Collinsville Holiday Classic, proudly sponsored by Prairie Farms, farmer-owned since 1938. Prairie Farms is the official sponsor of the Holiday Classic. That is comprised of more than 800 farm families, Prairie Farms is, all throughout the Midwest. And at Prairie Farms, they strive to bring quality products to your dinner table. Locally owned or locally produced. Prairie Farms. Check out their website at prairiefarms.com. 4:05 left to play here in this third quarter. And 63-25 is our score. Springfield Southeast with the lead. Next game scheduled to get underway, here in about 15 minutes. That's not going to happen. Rockford East and East St. Louis is the next game on the docket. That'll be followed by Decatur MacArthur taking on Collinsville. Collinsville will be the road team in that game, as they ended up on the bottom of the bracket. And then the final quarterfinal of the day at 1:30, scheduled at 1:30. Lincoln taking on Granite City. Back to action. Devin Blue Robinson bounces it to McMath. Up underneath, a give and go play, and the first shot didn't work, but the putback was good by Devin Blue Robinson. Tigers bring the ball back up court. Here's Roundtree. Gets it back out to Malik Robinson. Robinson in front of his own bench, being double teamed there in the corner. Finds a way out, baseline, and a ball that ends up being tipped up in midair, and a whistle soon follows. And we're going to have an offensive foul against Malik Robinson. Wholesale player changes coming up for Edawardsville. 5 in, 5 out. 3 in and 3 out for Springfield Southeast. Spartans inbound and bring the ball up in the form of Terrion Murdochs. Murdochs at the top of the key will stop there, launch a three-point shot, and he drains it. 68-25, 3.5 minutes to go. Here's a football-style pass all the way down court that finds the hands of Weller, and into the corner it goes, and a shot no good. Rebound, that's handled by Davis, and now we have another Springfield Southeast player down on the floor writhing in pain. That is Sims, underneath the same basket that Fairley was hurt underneath just a little while ago. And now Sims is holding his left ankle. So we may have another lengthy delay here, as once again Amanda Bauer is out, the athletic trainer here at Collinsville High School, to tend to another Spartan. And you heard, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I did, even with my headphones on, Head coach Lawrence Thomas for Springfield Southeast yell out, "Are you kidding me?" when he saw his player buckle down underneath that basket. So we have another injury timeout. We'll take a break and come back and let you know what's going on here in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is that.
Yeah, to cut that off a little early, as Sims was helped off the court, but he did put a little pressure on that left ankle as he went back to the trainer's room. So we hope he's okay, and we'll see more of him a little bit later on. 70-25 is our score here. Edwardsville with the ball. They trail. And here are the Tigers trying to bring the ball up. Carson Phillips gets it into the hands of Ethan Young. Young back out this way now, back to Phillips. Here is a three-point shot from the corner. That's a little bit too strong, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Edwardsville, so Springfield Southeast will get their hands back on the ball one more time. Jaden Hayes checks back into the game for the Spartans. Into the corner. Oh, it's Edwardsville's ball. Thought they pointed the other way. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he did point the other way. At any rate, here is Jackson Weller over into the corner. And a dribble and a drive, baseline. Ball ripped out of the hands of Jack Nafziger. And here comes Davis. And Springfield Southeast into the corner it goes. Three-point shot, good. Big three-pointer there by James Dent. 73-25. 2:10 left to play here in this third quarter. Ball comes up into the hands of Ethan Young. Young drives the lane, kicks it back out into the corner. There's a three-point answer at the other end by Carson Phillips. 73-28. Back and forth we go with three-pointers here. Here is another chance, and Murdoch's, after a nice little fake on the other end by Bevely, gives to Murdoch's, and Murdoch's banks it off the glass for a couple. The ball ends up going out of bounds right in front of the Edwardsville bench. And that's where the inbound pass will come in from. 1:48 left to play here in this third quarter. 75-28. Springfield with the lead and the ball. Here is Terry on Murdoch's. Fires a pass over on the far side wing to Jaden Hayes, who gives to Davis. Back around to the top of the key and over onto the left wing. Now Davis with it. Back up front and into the paint. Kick back out into the corner. Another three-point shot. That one rattles but won't fall. The putback no good by Davis. This time the rebound belongs to Edwardsville, and then the ball ends up getting pushed out of bounds. And I believe that it will be the Tigers' ball. Should be, I would think. No? I thought the same thing that Jack Roseman did. I thought Davis was the last one to touch that as he was diving for it in that corner. But referees see it the other way. Davis will inbound. He'll do so to Murdoch's, and almost into the backcourt it goes as Young trying to shadow Murdoch's. Now out to the top of the key and almost back into the backcourt, but Jaden Hayes saves that. Now back to action and into the corner it goes, and James Dent bluffs the three-point shot, drives the baseline, takes it off the glass, can't get it to fall. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter. Here is a shot from three-point land that misses the mark, and there's Murdoch's to clean up afterwards on the three-point shot by Carson Phillips. Now Murdoch's into the paint, and a foul coming up against Edwardsville. No shot, so we're not going to go to the free throw line. That'll be the 16th foul by the Edwardsville Tigers. Only one here in this third quarter for the Spartans. And we have 52.8 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. That foul belongs to Ethan Young. Inbound pass comes into Davis. He'll launch a three from the corner. That skips across the rim a little too strong. And the rebound for Edwardsville and Grant Schaefer. And now over into the corner. Here's a three-point shot that skips off the rim. Again, off of the hands of Carson Phillips, and a foul coming up on the rebound. 7th foul against the Tigers, so it's 1-and-1 time for Damon Davis. Weller of Edwardsville picks up his second. As I mentioned, team 7th. Here's Damon Davis, his first trip to the free throw line here in this third quarter, here in this game. First one, good. Damon Davis back at the free throw line. Misses on the second one. Rebound, falls all the way to the baseline. And then heads up play down there by Grant Schaefer to throw that ball off of the legs of Davis while he was standing out of bounds. Inbound pass comes all the way down the court. Ethan Young gets bumped into by Antron Beverly. That stops the clock with 28.8 seconds to play here in this third quarter. That's only the second foul here for the Spartans. And the second one for Beverly as well. Inbound pass will come in from underneath the basket here by Ethan Young. Young looks, finds, shot. No points though. Once again, Carson Phillips. That's about three-pointers he's taken here in the last 3 minutes of this game. And he has come up empty, has Phillips. Another foul coming up though. This one against Terrion Murdoch. That'll be his third. Edwardsville again makes wholesale player changes. 5 in, 5 out. Tigers keep the ball. Malik Robinson inbounds. Looking to anyway. And finally does so to Nick Hemken. Hemken gets it back up for Weller. And another turnover for Edwardsville. They cut down on those here in the second half, but every one of them is a stab in the back kind of sort of. Here in the corner is Davis for Southeast. 9 seconds left here in this third quarter. Out to the top of the key. A dribble drive by Jaden Hayes. 3-point shot. No good, but there at the buzzer, James Dent with the putback slam. 78-28 after 3 quarters of play. The Springfield Southeast Spartans have a 50-point lead. So we will have running clock for all of the fourth quarter. Still not going to make up for all that lost time. The next game is scheduled to start up in about 6 minutes. But at any rate, we will head into the fourth quarter with the Springfield Southeast Spartans leading 78-28. Fourth quarter action comes your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, fourth quarter just underway. 50-point lead for Springfield Southeast. Second game they've played here in this tournament where they will force the other team into a running clock situation, mercy rule. As that ball goes out of bounds, clock continues to run. So we'll make up a little bit of that lost time, but we're still going to be behind schedule. As the second game, scheduled to get underway here in 5 minutes, will not happen in 5 minutes. Well, James Dent put a slam down on a rebound to end that third quarter, and his team mobbed him like they had just won the championship. So Springfield Southeast off and running. Beverly over on the far side to Matthews. Matthews back to Beverly out front. Now over on to the right wing for Jaden Hayes. Here comes a three-point shot from the left wing by Dion Matthews. And the three-point shots continue to rain down here for the Spartans. Almost a, yep, I was going to say almost a travel. It was a travel. Malik Robinson turns the ball over again. Edwardsville had 21 turnovers in that first half. They've cut down on those here in the second half, but it was too little too late by then. Here is Beverly. Beverly into the corner now for Dent. McMath, a strong move, baseline off the glass for two. Let's hope that doesn't fly out onto the field or the court. Coach Smith calling for a program to be thrown down from the balcony. They're not that heavy. They could have floated. Into the corner it goes, and Robertson with a three-point shot. Rebound belongs to Springfield Southeast. They bring the ball up, leading 83-28. They almost eclipsed the 100-point mark yesterday when they knocked down 97 against Oakville. They may have another chance to get close today. Beverly gets his third personal foul. Team's fourth. Here is Tuggle at the free throw line, and after a couple of bounces off the rim, that one falls in. Gavin Reams checks into the game for the first time here in this tournament. For Edwardsville. Reams, 6'3" junior. He's a big kid, got a big body out there, trying to hang with Herb McMath down there. Here is a fly and drive and no score. Tip back by McMath. Won't fall in after the initial drive by Beverly. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. Tigers bring it back up court. And here is Roundtree, and now McMath clamps onto the ball. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Springfield, so another Edwardsville turnover. Down to 4:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes in, and here is Beverly. He takes it all the way down to the top of the key. Puts on a nice move and kind of left J-Hale Roundtree in the dust for a minute. Here's a three-point shot from the corner. That one's short. Ball falls onto the ground, and Edwardsville picks it up for a rebound. They bring it up court. Here is Roundtree. Roundtree at the top of the key with 3:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Tuggle. Tuggle drives, baseline, kicks it back out. Reams with a shot and a score. Three and a half minutes to go. Here is Beverly again. Into the corner. Now he gets it right back over on the left wing from Sergio Knight. Loose ball, almost dropped there by Beverly. Now he gets it back. Beverly on the left wing, backs it all the way up to midcourt, scorer's table, then tries it again. Tries a pass over to Dent, but that's picked off by Tuggle. Tuggle drives the lane, takes the shot. No, they're going to call a charging foul against Tuggle instead. Coach Battis didn't agree with that call at all. Tuggle picks up his third foul. Team's eighth. Offensive foul means no free throw shooters. Running clock means we're already down to 2:45. Here is a turnover, and now Roundtree gets bumped down to the ground by Beverly. And Beverly is going to pick up a foul. That's his fourth. Team's fifth. Rockford East and East St. Louis waiting patiently for this one to end. Both teams standing in front of their respective locker rooms. E-Rabs are standing down at the end of the court you're looking at right now, and over there with them is half of the varsity starters for Collinsville as they watch the closing minutes of this game, knowing they may face Springfield Southeast in another championship as they did last year. Spartans in control, 83-34 as we are down to the final minute and 45. Wasting some more time on the clock for Springfield is James Dent. Now he drives, almost lost the handle on the ball, dishes it off to McMath, and McMath off the glass, gives his team 85 points. Down to the final 90 seconds here in this one. Here is Roundtree into the wing, and a three-point shot taken, but a whistle right after that three-point shot miss by Jackson Weller. And that's going to do it for, well, I thought it was into the other number 11. Oh, they're going to call it against 41. I thought it said 1-1. McMath picks up his second foul. Team sixth. The next one will result in Edwardsville going to the free throw line if there's enough time, as we are under a minute to go. Out front, three-point shot once again. Misses the mark from Jackson Weller. Whistle on the play. Will stop the action, but not the clock. 40 seconds to go as they bring it back down. Ninth team foul for Edwardsville will put James Dent to the free throw line. He'll get one shot off. We'll see if there's any time left for him to get the other one off. First one's on the way, and that's a one-and-one opportunity that doesn't turn into number two. Rebound belongs to Edwardsville. They bring the ball back up court. We are down to the final 10 seconds, and Edwardsville almost threw that one away again. Here is Weller. He gets it over to Roundtree with a shot off the front of the rim. Put back is good from the corner. And that's going to do it. 85-36 in favor of Springfield Southeast. So they will take their spot in the first semifinal matchup. That will take place at 6:30 tonight against the winner of the next game between Rockford East and East St. Louis. So we are going to step aside and take a little bit of a break and get all of our stuff set up for the next game, which again, Rockford East versus East St. Louis, and that game will come your way here in just a little bit on the Kahoks Sports Network.